We've got a couple of new batteries. We brought the gen set and our big charger as well. This is our Marooka, and that is the highway. So we're going to attempt to get this thing, get the fuel lines primed up to the injectors again, and get this thing going.
My question is, why would they have this valve body to switch between the winch and the bed? Because this is the only valve that operates. This one's just capped off.
So there's probably a problem with this valve, I'm betting.
Yeah,
or on the table back there behind you, behind the vise.
Yeah, this may have been an aftermarket deal, huh?
Bring it.
It could be and it got a little overspray from their paint job.
Yeah, and then they did this other, I bet the winch got added after the paint job. Well, just over $200 in parts later, we should be able to put this manifold together. So, we got new fittings to go across the top here, okay? We got the correct fittings to go in the end, so we can actually hook up the hydraulic power to it. And we also got 2 hoses made. So I'm gonna get this thing installed. Let's get I have a mission, should you accept it.
Yes.
Do you know what that mission is?
To oil change the thingy.
To oil change the Komatsu. Okay?
How do you do an oil change?
Wait, the Komatsu or the Marooka? Marooka.
The Komatsu engine in the Marooka.
Okay.
Marooka. It's Marooka.
Marooka.
No, we don't have maracas. So we've got Sixsquatch over here. All right, now we have Marooka here. And then the plasma cutter is called Cindy. All right. And our farm tractor is just called Blue. I know that one's just kind of blue. It's gotta come out of ways. Okay. All right, you got it. Okay, now don't drop the plug.
Yeah.
And we gotta check the washer on it, make sure it's in good shape too.
Wow, that's pouring out oil.
Yep. We don't know the last time this thing had an oil change.
And the other bucket.
That's awesome.
We need to check our oil pressure.
That gauge doesn't work at all.
The gauge isn't. Here, hold this.
That's a lot of wires.
It may not. It may just not work.
Look, it's not getting. Let's see where our signal is, or our sensor pressure switch is.
Oh, I see why it doesn't read anything. You think that's why?
Oh, that might have something to do with it.
I wonder if wherever it is supposed to be connected, that little port down there.
Probably.
You see that?
Yeah.
Alright, let's figure out how to put this new seat together. This is so very helpful. See, that totally makes so much sense on how you're supposed to put this seat together. Thank you, manufacturing company, because this is so helpful.
All right, I'm back. I got a mess going on here. Got an extra line back there on a bleed, well, a return line I got to cap off. And then we should be ready to test this thing.
These are the hydraulics we're putting in here, or something like that. This is the old one. Funny thing is, this is how they swapped it from dumping the bed to moving the winch. So they'd use this to swap it. You'd have to get out or break your arm in a really weird way to change it.
But I want to get the hydraulics out and switched over to the new valve assembly so that we can run the dump, run the winch. I want to make sure the winch is working. I still can't get the winch to work yet. So Tegan Mason and I are out here getting the shop warmed up because we're going to be out here tomorrow working on that. All right. Hopefully I don't screw this thing up tearing it apart. Wouldn't be the first motor I've done that to. So what we've done and what was recommended was because all these different layers have, they've got to be set very specific in position. So we've marked and we've scribed up the side here so that we can put all these back into the same exact position. So sorry I haven't done a whole lot of videoing tonight. What I've done though is I've been fabricating these riff rack parts. So this is going to tie the front of the roll cage in with the back of the roll cage. And what I've done is I hole sawed at a slight angle a couple of pieces and cut them. We're going to build some plates to hold these together. This is going to bolt together. So this center section of the rack will actually come out so that I can disassemble and get the cab out. Because if not, I'm kind of trying to do bodywork and paint under all this steel, and that's not going to happen very well. I'm doing something a little bit different. I was going to put these things straight up and down, but I'm going to tilt them a little bit on the top towards the outside, and I'm planning on putting some handles out on this so that as you're getting in the cab, you can grab them. You can't really tell, but I'm actually standing on an 8-foot ladder right at the moment. Yeah, this is what it's taking to work on this, is an 8-foot ladder. So yeah, this thing's giant. And then what we'll do is we'll put some pieces across this, some I think it's 1x2 that I'm going to put across as the rack, and that's going to make it nice because I'm planning on putting the spare tire up here. Well, it's going to hang off on both sides. I can tell you that right now. So, all right. Well, it's coming together though. You can see the top of the rack here. I think we're gonna have to lift the back end of this up a little bit because just the aesthetics, the way it looks. So we haven't welded it hard in place. We're just tacking everything in to get it where we like it. I'm gonna have to grind that one off, and we're gonna lift it up. This back one right here, this cross piece here that has the arches on it, we're gonna lift it up because it looks like it's too close to the cab. Everything's good, but it's when you step back away from the truck and you look at it, it looks like it's a little too low. So I'm curious though, what do you guys think I should do on the back of this truck? I mean, I've kind of hinted at it. I've messed around with it a little bit. Just over 8.5 feet. So let's see, we've got 104 inches to work with. You know, I mean, if I ever decide to sell it, I gotta be careful on what I put on it. I don't know if I'll ever sell this thing though. I'm already having too much fun with it. Now I gotta make sure I do this in the right direction. Positive, the strike is on the outside, but down.
That one's gonna hold that back over. Okay.
So what we need to do right now is I'm figuring out how to support this, get this straightened up, and build the mount for the hood bracket. So I had some different plans for the fenders and everything on opening, but they're not going to work the way I wanted to. So we're gonna go ahead and do a standard opening hood, and then I'm gonna figure out something else with the inner fenders. Just trying to decide how I build the bracket assembly for the hinge for the hood. That's really what it comes down to. I'm trying to get that thing built. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and put that on the inside here, just to give me some more structural support right there. All right, well, let's see how these pieces look. See if they're gonna work. I'd say that is an absolute yes. That's going to work. So, and for those of you that are asking, I'm kind of wondering, what do I do on this? Okay, these headlights are too high. Do I go ahead and fabricate some lower headlights on this? I'm thinking maybe I should, or should I mean, not really planning on driving this thing at night, or maybe I can just use the floods. I don't know. You guys tell me, should I build some bigger lights down in the bumper, or should I just use those and try to aim them down and not blind everybody, or say screw it and just blind everybody? Sweet, that's cool. That makes me happy. Let's take a look at this thing. So we've got the mounts built up. Got to get them welded in. And I know, okay. So a bunch of people are going to be asking, well, why did I build this thing off of the roll cage and not off the cab? Because I've got way too much crap in the way, and it's set up so the hood will move slightly a little bit anyhow. And I've got some rubber bumps in there. Actually, here's one of them right here. We'll try to replace them with some better ones or some newer ones if we can find some. But this hood was here just to get everything mounted up for the hinges. Check these things out though. So as of right now on these fenders, all we've got is this. Oh yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. So let's show you from the inside what we got going. We have this huge engine bay, which is awesome, but we need some inner fenders. Let's get working on that. I'm gonna measure it out and figure out how I want to do it, because I'm thinking I want to come off of here, and I almost want to come out a little bit and then drop down, because I can back there behind the hinge. I'm gonna have to come out. I think I'm gonna have to do this in 2 pieces. So we're gonna make the front one. Yeah, I'll get back with you.